This is the DK Project, broadcasting live from Top of the World Studios, hosted by Dominic King.
Alright, we got Bratty Ann on with us tonight. We're going to do a little interview. We've been talking to her for a little bit. She's a fan of the show. She's been doing some stuff with me online. You're going to have to check out her merch stuff that she's putting together for us. Bratty Ann, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, you excited to do this?
I am dying right now.
I know you said you were nervous, but no need to be nervous. Palms a little sweaty?
They're kind of like soaked right now. So
No worries. Well, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate you doing a little interview with us. So when we get started here, why don't you just tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in all the things?
In all the things?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. Let's see. I've been in the lifestyle for 3 years, close to 3.5 years about.
Okay.
And before getting into like ABDL, I was doing like MS stuff. So yeah. And then it's a weird story as to how I got into this. I'm just very childlike anyway, just have that about me. I color for fun. I watch Disney Channel. That's just my life. And then I was with someone and he decided to punish me by putting me in diapers and then looked at me in the face and was like, oh, darn. He didn't say darn, but we'll just use appropriate language.
That's what we're saying.
Darn. Huh?
That's what we're going with. Yeah,
we're going to go with darn. He said darn. Oh, shiznit. There you go. Shiznit. You like this. And I just like smiled and I couldn't stop smiling. And that kind of started my adventure into ABDL. I mean, I'd seen your videos because I'd like secretly wanted to get into little stuff because I'd gone to conferences and seen stuff. Then I saw your videos and I was like, holy cow, this is a whole thing. And no.
How long ago did you see my first video? Like when did you discover Dominic King?
Probably it was only like 6 months ago, maybe 5. Yeah, maybe 6, maybe 5. Yeah.
Where did you find him?
Pornhub. I literally typed in "daddy in diapers" and somehow you came up.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine how that happens.
I don't know. Like we're all about that.
Pornhub, let's go. Yeah, we got a couple of videos on there. So you're on Pornhub. You check that out. This is the first time you've had any kind of exposure to that stuff in that degree.
I think it's the first time outside of a convention, and it was the first time that I had watched it alone. So like anytime I'd been exposed to ABDL or DDLG, it had always been like with somebody else in my ear telling me what I should think about it, right?
Gotcha. Well, that makes sense. I mean, I've probably had a Pornhub channel now for about 6 months, so you might have been one of the first people to check it out. So
yeah, because I only remember seeing like one video the first time, but I wasn't digging that deeply because I was doing it in secret. So
you were being sly.
I was being sly. I was being the typical brat that I am. I mean, angel that I am.
Yeah, angel hardly.
Horns holding up the halo.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's cool. So you check that stuff out. In the first time that you got through some of those videos, that was something that struck a chord for you. You decided you wanted to be in that kind of a dynamic, that kind of a relationship. What pulled you into this type of content?
I think that it had always been something I was interested in. I just wanted to like deny in myself, like there's no way I can be into this. This is weird, or this is whatever people had told me. And then like as my relationship I was in, like once I saw your stuff, I was like, no, you can't do this though. Like just deny it. Like just nothing about this can be right. This isn't a good thing.
What?
You can't. But it's like I would.
What?
I'll tell you an embarrassing thing.
Yeah.
I would be. I don't know how explicit I can be. I would be pleasuring myself, and supposed to have been thinking about my dom, and I was thinking about like ABDL stuff and like how cool it would be to be doing like that stuff, like to be spanked and then like be diapered and like I was like, yes, please. Like, and and, and so I was like, holy shit, like I can't get this out of, holy darn, I can't get this out of my like brain. And and like my relationship started to fall apart after he diapered me and realized that I liked it.
Nice.
And so, which was like the best thing that ever happened. But
Gotcha. A lot of times that stuff can be a blessing in disguise, sure.
Oh yes. And like, I had messaged you probably about a week or so before I actually decided to like jump full in, and like stay diapered all weekend.
Is this on? You contacted me on Instagram, you mean?
Yeah. No. When I contacted you on, I think I found your kick on Fed or something like that.
Ooh.
I kicked you.
So you contacted me. I have no idea. I just get a lot of messages every day, so I can't really
because you're famous.
I can't recall where they're all coming from.
Yeah, I kicked you. I kicked you in the face. I kicked you like a really long message, and I was like, this guy's never gonna respond to me. But if he ever reads this, at least he'll know how much he's helping me. And then you actually responded, and I was like, holy shnipe balls. This guy's cool. And then
that's true.
Yeah, I know.
Can attest.
Aren't awesome. The king himself. But anyway, so ignore my stupid laugh, sorry. Okay, I'm nervous as crud, but okay, I got this.
You don't have to be nervous about anything. You're just talking about, stuff and things.
So then after I messaged you and like I got everything I needed, everything that I wanted. I spent the whole first weekend like diapered, and like the first time I like wet, and the first time I like used a pacifier and all that stuff, like I was home. Like I just felt like myself finally. So
this is so you really just started coming into this.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks now. 4 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a baby.
You're a baby.
Yeah.
How old are you? What's your big girl age?
Okay, yeah, that's a great question. So originally when I was exploring my little...
No, your big girl age. How old are you?
Age. Oh, I'm sorry. 27.
Yeah, so everybody at home understands you're an adult.
Oh, yes, I am 27. I am very much an adult with an adult life and adult stuff.
An adult life, professional career, and you stay in trouble on a regular basis.
That's why we're not showing my face, because I'm a professional career and I'm an adult. I own a house. Like, yes, adult.
Do you?
I do.
And you're single?
I'm ready to mingle.
Oh my goodness. Now the boys are going to see this video and they're going to come call and you're not going to know what to do.
No. Oh boy.
Have all the diaper boys coming out.
Oh boy.
Got her shit together and she does diapers.
I got my shit in my diapers, not just together, but it goes in diapers.
That's right. Just so you boys know what you're getting into.
Oh, I'm a brat.
Girl? Is there any girl? No? You go both ways or just one way?
I am bi-curious, so I can only be with a girl if there's a guy there, because I'm mostly attracted to men. So, but I am bi-curious. I have played with girls, so. I'm sure you have. You're so rude.
Just like every other diaper girl. No surprise. No one's surprised.
I'm curious, polyamorous. I'm just all the fun in a package with diapers.
Well, there you go, guys. Anybody's interested, she's single, got her shit together, give her a holler. Where can people find you at? You on Instagram?
Yeah.
You on the gram? Tell people where you're at on the gram.
I am on the gram.
Where?
I'm on the gram as Bratty Ann 92. I want to say it's my new Insta Bratty Ann 92. It's my new Insta that has all my stuff. My newest paddles on there. Go check that out.
Oh yeah, that new paddle. I did see a pic of that. And then you sent me the picture in my kick with something right after. Can I show you my new paddle? And I'm like,
shut your mouth.
You already showed me the fucking paddle.
Well, maybe I just wanted someone to use it, okay? And so I just wanted to get you angry.
Like every other diaper girl, you just want the attention. We know what y'all are about. All that you love. you're not fooling any of the guys. We all know what you want.
Oh yeah.
That attention. You put that ass up on the internet with your little Pampers and all the things, chasing the boys. But then
I didn't put my
want them to
ass
chase
up
you
on the
back.
internet. What are you talking about?
I seen it. Seen those cheeks on the internet. I seen those cheeks on the internet slapped. Red.
They were red.
Pink.
Yes, they were.
Whooped. Whooping that. I'm sure you most
No,
definitely.
I was an angel. That was
Shit.
a good girl thing.
Shit. And no one believes you. They're talking and no one believes you. Everybody watching this video, look at the toys, look at the nonsense up there. I don't even know what all that stuff is.
It's so cute. It's all my stuff. That's Timmy and that's Eleanor, and those are my cat ears because I do pet play, and that's my paddle.
What kind of pet play do you do? Tell us about that.
I do puppy and fox. It kind of depends, but definitely do puppy play because I like to fetch things. I don't know why. It's just fun.
Good.
Fun to wag your tail and bark and things. My little is very definitely likes to play like a puppy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't get me so riled up. I'm gonna start barking.
Relax. So do you have any pictures of you with the puppy play stuff going on, or what kind of stuff?
So
Is it
I'm
sexual? Is this like I do it for funsies and whatnot?
What, the pet play or like
pet play?
I don't think my pet play is really sexual, and I only just started in it. Like, I mean, I do have like a butt plug that has a tail, and I'm getting ears that are actually like pet play ears. But like it's something I just started exploring towards the end of my last relationship. Most of my sexual aspects of BDSM come through like my service submission. So
Gotcha.
I'm just a jack of all trades.
Gotcha.
My little is definitely non-sexual. Well, not really. I don't know. That's complicated. That's complicated.
No worries. That's cool though. So we got that. We talked a little bit about the pet play stuff. Talked a little bit about the AB stuff. So BDSM.
BDSM-y.
What's the drill with that?
So, obviously, I've always been into dominant men, and I've just naturally been attracted to more dominant men in my life.
Because you're a freak.
Because I am a freak in the sheets and a lady in the sheets. Okay. Thanks. So anyway, you're making me lose my train of thought by your face.
So you're a lady, and you're telling me about all the ladiness, but you're gonna now tell me about how you're into BDSM and want to be hit with things and all kinds of shit.
Oh yes, I am very much a masochist.
Good.
I have won 2 challenges where I bet a guy that he couldn't get me to call my safe word, or he couldn't get me to cry when I was spanked. I won both of those. So yeah. There's only 2 guys that have ever won that with me.
Anytime that you want to go up on that challenge,
let's do it.
We'll stream it live on the internet.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but no one's gonna be able to see your face, so no one's gonna know if you're crying or calling your safe word.
We can put on a mask, like a masquerade mask. It'll work.
Nobody will be able to see your tears.
Oh, because you're not gonna make them happen, but it's okay. Anyway.
Fucking wild.
I am wild. Oh yeah.
I have a reputation. People know about me.
I'm known for
listen, when we deliver the paddle, we're not playing around. I'm bringing them to them cheeks.
Paddle and me got nothing.
I'm gonna knock them cheeks out.
You bring out the strap and we might talk.
I got the Canadian prison strap, custom made with my name embossed on it from London.
Bring it out. Let's see what happens.
Custom made for me by the London Tanner. Before the real one, the original, before he retired. Not this new guy. He's still learning the trade. I'm talking about the original.
Gotcha.
You got nothing.
Wait, here we go.
You're about to get that paddle.
If you can't get me to cry or call my safe word, I get the paddle thing, the strap thing.
Whatever. Fine, that's a deal.
Deal. Ha! There's not a deal for you if you win.
No, the deal is I get to record it, because when I knock that ass out, I'll put you all over the internet, and
do it.
People will celebrate the good beating that you deserve.
I don't deserve a beating. I'm an angel. We already talked about
that you deserve, but obviously you have gotten after you see
Yeah.
that video. We'll strap you down. Oh, look, if you don't cry a lot, or you think that you're tough, or you want to play, you want to play it off, I'll get the fucking paddle out and deliver. We'll knock your ass out.
Let's do it. Let's see what you can bring.
You just talk. You just shit talk. Yeah, so we'll do that. That's fun. Not to come up with a point at which we can do that, but that's certainly something we can accomplish.
Oh, show.
All right, so we've talked a little bit about your age play stuff, a little bit about your pet play, talked a little bit about BDSM, a little bit.
A little bit, not deep into.
You're poly?
I am poly. I've been in 2 poly relationships. One,
so,
I was super successful.
Real quick, for those of us that don't know, you want to explain a little bit what poly means?
Yeah, so poly can come in different forms. I do closed triad poly. So you can have poly where you're open and like I could play with whoever I wanted to play with, and my dom could play with whoever he wanted to play with. But we were like the central aspect of it, or we brought in a toy to play with, not like an actual toy. Sorry, it was a reference to a person that just comes into play.
Gotcha.
But I don't like that. I prefer closed triads. So my ideal poly is male with another female. So the male being the dom, the female being the submissive. Now I am submissive to both men and women. So the other female would be like an alpha sub, I guess is what you'd call them. So usually a switch and can dominate me as well.
Right. That's hot. That's hot.
Thanks. I love it.
I've had a little bit of the poly experience too as well. Same kind of situation. I actually lived with both my submissives.
That is like my dream. Oh my God.
And they were both diaper slaves. Can you believe that?
Yes. With you, a diaper slave, never.
Look, these are the cards we're dealt. You know,
these are the
we do with them what we can. I
will say, like, poly is not for everyone though. Like I am suited for poly. Now I can go either way. Like I don't need poly to be happy. But like I'm just not naturally drawn to jealousy. I just believe that like both submissives provide the dom something that they need, and like that's. I mean, it comes from my service to mission. Like I want my dom to be happy. As bratty as I am, at the end of the day, I want to please my dom or my daddy or whatever you want to call them, master, whoever, whatever dynamic I'm in. But you know, I think poly's great because both like he's getting the most. And in my case, he obviously doms can be she's and whatever, but mine I prefer a he as a dom. So you know I want my master, my dom, or my daddy to be pleased, and if that requires 2 people, then great. I don't go more than 2 because that just gets complicated. I can't do all that.
Yeah, it can. You ever watch Big Love?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I watched Sister Wives. That's how I knew I was poly, was because I watched that and was like, oh my God, I want that.
That's
I just think it's great. Like I think love should be shared, and like I think, you know, sometimes you can. I don't believe in like you have one soulmate. Like I believe there are maybe multiple people that we're supposed to be with. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, love brand. Sorry.
That's cool. Well, thank you for sharing, and I'm sure everybody that doesn't understand or know what poly is or gets all that stuff, that's kind of an introduction for them, and a little bit of insight into how exactly you go about it, because everybody does it differently.
Exactly.
You know, everybody has their own thing. Everybody has their own boundaries and what they're comfortable with and what helps them kind of, you know, get through, because that's what all this life is. You know, it's just a journey. So, you know, however you want to do it, the people that you choose to have with you and the way you choose to go about it, that's the beautiful thing about this, is you can do that on your own or however you need to do it. But you know, that's cool, and I appreciate you for sharing that, because you know you're kind of new to coming out with some of this stuff too. So.
Yeah, and I think that like for me too, like the biggest thing about why I wanted to like, you know, do the whole interview or talk or whatever is like my first time we traveled the country teaching about BDSM, so I love teaching about polyamory and things like that. So if people ever need help with that stuff, again, hit me up on Insta. You can shoot me a message. Don't be a creep though. I've had enough of those already.
What are you trying to say?
Not you.
Call me a creep?
Yeah, you creeped into my DMs.
Stop.
Just kidding.
Stop.
I creeped into yours.
No one No one believes you. We all know
What you
whose
gonna do
DMs are
as
getting
a
sent
liar?
on.
What you
Whose
gonna do with
DMs?
this liar, huh?
I'm gonna beat you to death. You'll
Please.
never hear again.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. All right. So
Stop.
that's cool. You're good. No, listen. I kind of threw you on the spot. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the things. We discussed a little bit about some kinks and your quirks and where people can find you and all that kind of stuff. Did you have anything else that we didn't cover, maybe that you wanted to talk about a little bit?
Not that I can think of. I mean, why daddy?
Not that you can think of. What's that?
I said why daddy should not be creeps on the internet.
Why? Oh, we can talk about your experience so far. So tell us a little bit about what you've gone through as you've been coming out into, because you're now starting. You discovered the whole thing in depth and learned about it like a couple months back, and
Right.
and now you're starting to get more into the social scene. You're contacting people. You're posting pictures on the internet with your ass in diapers and all this other stuff, right?
Blah blah blah.
So everybody's getting to experience some of this. They're
Yes.
getting, they're watching and they're seeing you, and you're now, having these interactions with people. Tell us about some of that. What has that been like for you,
Sure.
and what's your experience?
So, the area that I live in has a large kink community, and so I was able to contact 2 local daddies, and I have had experiences with both of them, and they've definitely taught me things that I want and things that I don't want. The
Did
biggest
they teach you? Did they teach you a lesson?
no, that's the problem. What I'm finding is that a lot of the local daddies don't want to spank or punish a little because whatever that brings up in them. And I'm a masochist, so I will never be
You
happy
need that ass.
unless you can make my butt bruised. That's just the reality. And I need like the discipline because of my background in master slave, and high protocol DS. For those of you that don't know what that is, message me. But
Now you can explain what high protocol and DS is for those of us that don't understand that world.
okay.
Go through what high protocol would be. Now, do you use? Listen, I'm going to ask you a question. So, with your DS and doing high protocol, do you use something like the best slave method, or any particular types of methods?
I don't know if it was a
Have you been
particular
introduced
kind of
to
method.
that?
I can't recall like what the name was for what my 2 high protocol DOMs used to train me or teach me. But
So
definitely
just explain what high. So people that don't know, what is high protocol?
so high protocol is a lot of slave positions, slave or not necessarily slave, they can be submissive positions. There's definitely rituals, like it's a lot stricter.
Right.
Think of it
So
like a spectrum.
so you get a whole structure, right,
Right.
with high protocol, and things like making eye contact, or saying certain words, or responding in a certain way, or when signaled doing a certain act or actions. These are all things that are what we would consider as high protocol for those of you at home that are just tuning in and they're kind of learning a little bit about this world. So in other words, what Miss Ann the Brat is kind of saying, she went through a lot of that and has that kind of a background. Bringing that type of a background, your sexuality being kind of, built around that world, and then coming over to Diaperland where it's nice and people are caring and everybody wants to hug, and there's lots of aftercare with cuddles, which is a lot of that stuff is very important too. I don't want to kind of skim over aftercare and cuddles and all that, but coming from high protocol, dom sub, right, domination, submission, DS, all that kind of stuff, and then coming down toward, not down, I shouldn't say down, that's not the right way to say it, to those of us BDSM guys, they kind of sometimes will have that I'm looking down on it thing, but it's not a look down.
It is
What's
like
that?
down a spectrum.
What spectrum? It depends on how you look
That's
at
true.
it.
That's
I
true.
could see it going up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And
I
so
will say,
hold on, let me
diapers.
finish my thought, and then you can get in on that. So for those people that are coming from that side of the world, which is like, very dark and black and BDSM-ish, all the way over to Ageplay, where it's a little, it's a little more fun for, you know, all the colors and all the cool stuff, and we're doing neat things. Sometimes it can be, you know, tough. That kind of transition can be tough, right? So, so go ahead and pick up where you wanted to go.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
mean to
no,
interrupt.
no, you're fine. I just
So
don't. I don't want to make sure everybody gets the point, and then
yeah.
you know.
I think that, and I think that it's like hard too, like especially because the last dynamic I was in was master slave, which is high protocol on steroids,
Yeah. Yep.
and you know, complete submission of everything, finances, schedule,
Right.
food, everything.
And if, just so we know too, if that sounds scary to people that are watching, if you're checking us all out, this is between consenting people,
Right.
people that want to be doing these kind of things. This person needs it. This other
Mhm.
person really wants it, and they fit together, and it's a good match.
Oh,
so it's not
Like-
abusive thing. It's not like, oh, you're being abused, you're being taken advantage of. This is something people enter into in a consensual manner. And as soon as we start touching this, because a lot of people that are watching this are like maybe Daddy Dom, that kind of thing,
Yeah.
little girl. So yeah, when you hear these kind of things coming out, understand that it is a different world, but it is consensual. This is what people need. Just kind of like someone may need to be diapered or play, you know, spankings or stand in the corner on a timeout.
Yeah.
This other stuff is consensual. They do need this type of stuff, right?
Right. And like, and yeah, we were both very consenting. It definitely was what I needed at the time. It helped me grow as a person. But with all that being said, everything that I've been through and doing all those, I will say, being diapered and like I was changed, you know, by the local doms that I played with, being diapered and being changed and being that vulnerable was probably the most submissive and at peace I've ever felt in all of my dynamics.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's like literally, and I said this to somebody I was talking to, another little, being in diapers to me is more powerful than when I wore a collar.
Right.
Or my dom.
Right.
And
a lot of people feel that way.
And especially because my goal is to one day be diaper 24/7, just like I would want to be collar 24/7. So
you hear that, fellas? That fucking hand's strong before you show up. Don't try. Don't come weak. You better
don't come weak. I mean, I need like a strong dom that can be strict, but be caring. And that will let me do baby jail. And that will let me do baby jail at Dom's with Dom over there.
Yeah, baby jail's hot. So just to kind of piggyback on what you were just saying about being, you know, put back in diapers and then having a diaper with more emotional connection over you, maybe than being collared.
Right.
What people have to understand is when you're in that position, especially when it's, you know, if you're an age player or not, it doesn't really need to be a thing. Like if you don't have to be into age play necessarily in order to be, you know, very vulnerable using diaper play or having, it's just a tool. I understand that. Just like a paddle's a tool, just like, you know, any other tool that you want to grab. These things are tools and they're meant to do something. And if you have someone that is your submissive or someone that is under your care and you want to try and, you know, do something or achieve something or take things to a certain place, you have to use the right tool. It's just like anything. You have to use the right tool for the job. And in a lot of cases, using diapers and diaper play is super powerful because it takes people back to their most vulnerable state, especially when they use them and they're relying on an adult or their caregiver or their dominant or their master or, you know, whatever the term might be. When that person has that kind of control over them or over a submissive in a, you know, a diaper or little or whatever, that's a lot of power. You know, it's really, really, it's not something to be trifled with. You know, you can make someone very vulnerable doing this kind of stuff. People don't understand that sometimes, and you really got to be cognizant, especially when you're playing with people. Like, yes, it might not be like collaring, or it might not be, you know, something where it's cuffs and being locked down, but, you know, being put back into a diaper and being told, look, you know, this is where you're going to be. You're not allowed to put your hands in there. Don't let me catch you in the potty. That kind of stuff. Or, you know, for someone that's playing little or being a little, you know, that kind of stuff is very powerful, and people really, really shortchange that. And you know, I had a buddy of mine. His name's Dr. Lecter. I'll name check him by his vet name, but you know, he was at one point talking to a submissive, and she was, really big in diapers, and you find a lot of this, right? A lot of the, girls come out that they're into this kind of stuff, right? So he's talking to me. He's like, man, I don't really know how to connect on this level. I mean, I'm a spanko. I'm a hardcore spanker. He is. He's all over the internet, and he throws some of the biggest spanking parties on the planet. He does national parties, like legit all day. So he comes to me and he has these problems and doesn't really understand this world yet. He's kind of trying to learn some of the stuff. And this is, what I'm, the same kind of advice that I was giving him. Somebody that does spanking and uses a paddle or a strap or canes as the tool of choice. It's like, look, this is just another way to, use a specific tool in order to achieve a certain result. You want to get somewhere. This is something that you can do. Don't shortchange the power of this, the emotional power. And it's something that, I'm a big proponent of.
And I'll say, can I interrupt? Sorry.
Please.
Okay. I will say too, like, example, the one, like, me even desiring to be in baby jail, and like, I'm fine saying this, I'm in therapy. My therapist is kink based. And when I told him I was in ABDL, kind of similar to what you're saying, right? He told me like, that is probably one of the best things that I could do. And like, I will be honest, like the weekend that I spent in diapers, and now I've been spending every weekend in diapers, and as soon as I come home as well. I know.
You got a diaper on now?
No comment.
I
have Rear's monsters. That's why they're not in the frame, because I used my last one. I know. I ran out. So sad.
Did you see my latest video with the monster diapers? I just put that video up on the internet.
I
don't know if it's on Pornhub, but it's definitely on many vids. It's definitely on clips. No, it's the one with Dancer and Kit Kat.
Yeah. And Dancer's in the monsters, right?
Yeah.
Those are my two diaper brands that I have right now. The ABUs and the monsters.
I love them. She's in those. Popping her pants.
They're the best ever. They absorb so much. Anyway.
We wrecked
but you made me lose my train of thought. What was I saying before that? I have ADD. You can't do this to me.
You're in diapers all the time, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I will say, like, I got emotional, and it's very hard for me to do it right now without like a daddy that's like in charge of me or whatever. And like, yeah, I can play with people on the internet and then be like, oh, go to bed, or oh, whatever. But it's different, and it's been a little difficult, and I'll like say this from my therapist with what you were talking about, because for me, being back in diapers and like having someone be in charge of that teaches me that I don't have to be in control, and like helps me heal from things from my childhood where I didn't get to be a child.
Sure.
And so like, it is the most healing, amazing thing that I've ever done. And I honestly hope to do it the rest of my life, because it's me and it's everything I didn't get to be. So it's very, very powerful.
Absolutely. And, a lot of people don't even realize that either. When you get to, especially when you've missed some of those things growing up, and, I know that there's some talk about reparenting, whether it can be good or bad. And for those of you that don't know what reparenting is, you can go and check it out on the internet. And it's a controversial subject by a lot of people. But, when you're doing it in a safe environment for the right reasons, you know what I mean? Like, it's
right.
You can really help with some of those wounds and help heal who you are, and some of the things that, have been done to you, but done to us as humans. It's kind of the human experience. Some of us had an easier go of it as kids than others, but when you get here to this point as adults, and we're going through that stuff now, to be able to take yourself back or put yourself in a position where you can be vulnerable, you can be little, you can try to fix some of those things that might have happened to you when you were a youngster, and that's all good stuff. Exactly. And I'm glad that you found that too. That's I'm glad that you're still, like, I know you're just getting into it, but it's really, really cool that you're getting to be able to, get to that point where you're fixing it.
Yeah. And I'm hoping, honestly, like, and I haven't even shared this with you yet, but like, I'm hoping to write a blog about my journey, like back into childhood, I guess is what I would call it, or back into diapers, however you want to phrase that. Because I think that like teaching people that it's okay to want this, And like, granted, I also want to say, like, this is my experience. Like, my experience is from a troubled past and troubled relationships with men and troubled relationships trusting men. But that's not why everybody gets into ABDL. Like, there are people with perfectly fine backgrounds that get into ABDL. So you don't just have to like be messed up in the brain.
There's lots of people that I know plenty of people that also come from perfectly normal backgrounds. Like, I have no idea why I'm in the kink or in the fetish or in any of these things, but it's amazing, and I love my life because I found it. So, you know, no, it could be either way on that. You know,
I just wanted to plug that because I didn't want people to like be like, oh, you know, whatever, you have to be messed up. No, you don't have to be messed up.
Absolutely, no, you do not. You can be totally normal, come from a normal background. Absolutely.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, it is the most amazing thing, and not to like boost your ego, but it's, you know, your videos were like the gateway that made me feel safe enough to do it. And then messaging you and like realizing that like there were like one of the first messages I asked you was about like, do you just do this for video, or is this a real thing that people can do? And like when I found out that this is a real thing that people can do, and it's not just something you find on Pornhub or something you find on the internet, right? I was like, dang, like this can be my life. Yeah, this can be what I live. So it's good times. Good times. Oh no!
I've been holding that cough in for a minute.
I told you I'm going to send you.
I am sick. If you're watching this at home, I have been sick, so I'm in recovery.
And FYI, I have offered to send him soup 5 times. It might be when he gets it, but that's why they make microwaves.
Oh, goodness. Hot. Cool. All right. So, thank you for that. That makes me feel amazing.
I know.
I appreciate you. The soup and the compliments about the videos, and I appreciate it. Did you have a favorite maybe you wanted to share?
Favorite video?
You like the most? Yeah.
Oh my God, all of them. So my favorite video, can I like say the person's name in it? The model's name?
Yeah.
Okay. Aria, the one that I didn't think was real.
Oh.
Where she I guess like didn't have her license or something and like didn't tell you. And then you paddle her and she falls into the toys. I just thought that was classic. Like, yes, that would be me. I'd be trying to escape and then injure myself more by falling into toys. It was great. Okay, and then the diaper exploded or something.
Yeah.
That was classic. I was like, yes, please sign me up.
Yeah, the diaper exploded because I was spanking her ass, and
it was cool.
We were shooting it, and look, it was a real thing. So when that happened, I didn't want to. I was just, you know, I'm running the video because I'm the dom, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to stop shooting it, so we just kept right on going. And next thing you know, I'm like moving stuff around, and I'm getting plastic pants on her because I just, you know, blew up this diaper, and she hasn't even really started to go potty yet. So yeah, that was yeah, we just kind of kept it moving. I was like, fuck it. Well, video ended up being 45 minutes long or something, but it's a good video.
32 minutes long, I think. It's great.
Yeah, well, how many ever? It's like forever and a day long, but part of it is because of that. We just kept shooting it, and it's, you know, it's an authentic video. That's what it's like. So if you haven't seen it, you should check it out. That's an authentic shot, and it's free. You can go check it out on Pornhub. Dominic.
And then look at the other ones that are also authentic that you have to pay for because they're great too.
Yeah, there's authentic ones. There's a bunch of free ones. There might be a couple of pay for ones up there.
I think there's 3.
What's that?
Not that I bought them all and watched them, but there's 3.
Yeah. I put more up. There's more under the
the
fan site.
The fan site, yeah. I will say though
that are strictly for fans only. There's some that are not available for buy.
Well, and I will say too, like the reason I love that video so much is kind of what you said. Like it looked like not that your other ones don't look authentic because they do too, but but it looked like, okay, this could be a real like daddy and his little and her being punished for whatever, you know? And I was like, and I mean, not that you set the bar high, but you set the bar high for, I mean, granted it's video, right? So I get that. It's not like I watch Disney movies and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to become a lion. But you know, I mean, I seek a true daddy that is capable of snuggling right after he paddles your butt, but also will like make your butt red when you tell him that you have a license and you don't. or whatever. You lost your license.
Yeah, so Arya had lost her license like a week before she was supposed to come to visit me in South Florida. And you can't fly without a license. She never mentioned it. There was some stuff, complications. We had to figure out how to get her on a flight. And it just caused a bunch of nonsense last second because she didn't, hey, own her stuff. I'm an adult. I lost my thing. I need to get this fixed or whatever, and she didn't own up to it, so it caused a lot of grief last minute. But she got her ass beat, and she got put back in diapers, and she got an enema, and she made a big mess. So. And
she was put in a corner in the enema, and she had to stay in the timeout place. Not that I know the movie. Not that I watched.
About to say you've probably seen it more times than I.
Yeah, probably.
I've only seen it once.
3 videos of yours that I watch multiple times, probably like at least once a week. I'm a fangirl. Leave me alone. Don't leave me alone, actually. Please don't.
I understand. Well, that's cool. Good. Yeah, so we covered some stuff. Thank you again for the props in the videos. I do appreciate that. I appreciate that they have that kind of connection for you. And I tell people a lot of times, because they always ask, kind of, how did you get into this stuff and all that? And I tell people there was no kind of good kink porn for us, people like us. So that's why I did that. Let people, I was like, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, before I started realizing there were other people out there that were like me, that were spanking and all this stuff. So, when you have that, I don't want other people to also have that kind of feeling when they're coming into their adulthood and finding their sexuality, trying to figure themselves out. You're not alone. There's other people, lots of us out there that are into all of these crazy things. And, you don't have to be ashamed, or you don't have to be, shy about it. You can be who you are. And that's really important. And that's really why I do a lot of those videos. When I started getting into it, I matter of fact, most of my videos were online for free for a reason. You know what I mean? Because I just want people to at least have that. Kind of like you got into that by, you saw the videos, and that was really good for you. Same kind of deal. So thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to let you go, but did you have anything that you wanted to finish off with, or any stuff that you had?
Nothing that won't lead me on another rant about how everyone is beautiful.
You can go ahead and finish.
You have to be little to be a little.
You don't have to be little to be little.
Yes. That's my new hashtag. Just kidding. But no, just thank you for everything that you do for the community and for all of us that are, diapered baby people that are awesome. And we all love you. Hashtag love for Dom.
Thank you. That's so nice of you. I appreciate you doing your thing, coming out here, putting all your little stuffies and toys and everything out, doing a little interview for everybody. Tell everybody where they can find you at again on FetLife.
I don't remember my Fet name right now. I'm sorry.
On Instagram?
Instagram, Bratty Ann 92.
Bratty Ann 92. You can go check her out on there. You got any other social medias? You do Twitter?
I do no other social media. I only started social media for this, so.
Boy. So there you go, guys. So go on there, check her out, and also check out my channel, my pages, all my stuff. The Dominic.
Check out the merch.
Which is being. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. Which is also being done by Bratty Ann, putting together some merch for us. Some very cool designs. You're doing a hell of a job, and I do appreciate all of your hard work. Thank you very much. And I know you kind of took that on, and we're doing your thing, so I appreciate you very much. So, but thank you again, and I will talk to you soon, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Okay, bye.